Well, hello everyone. Welcome Speed Gaming. Welcome in the future on YouTube. We have ourselves week 6 matches of Super Metroid Rando League. We got Messier of Spring Ballin going up against Lomian Jones of the Clippers. Uh, to best answer Dash Recall, I believe it's Dash Rando. I don't actually remember the actual website address because I've never actually played Dash Recall myself. This is my second match calling Dash. But some of the things that I still know, we have a few new items added to the pool. We have a double jump, we have a heat shield, and we have a pressure valve. These are supplement items to the gravity suit, Varia suit, and space jump. Pressure valve is a lower item to the gravity suit and gives you water movement in some water areas, not all. Heat shield protects against upper Norfair heat damage. Double jump is basically just like the space jump boots in Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime 2 and Corruption. It gives you 2 jumps. Spin jumps only, of course, but we are going to be underway here. We got Lomian Jones and Mestier, and we also have charge upgrades. So you see the little number next to the map. That's how much damage their P-Shot does. And we need to find charge upgrades to increase that damage. They do start with charge, but it doesn't typically get used just because of how low damage it does to start. Oh yeah, dash is an alternative to the Varia Randomizer. And on top of the item upgrades, we have different item effects. The Spazer actually gets much more use in Dash Recall, in Dash, than it does compared to Vanilla. Dash can erase some speed blocks, so we might see, if we get Spazer to appear early, Waterway becomes a powerful check, because you don't need Speed Booster. And forget Double Jump, because there's Space Jump right there, right on the pedestal, and you have to collect it. This will, of course, make our ceiling item completely free to acquire. It's going to be Morph Ball. And Lomian Jones still going to do the damage boost. Mess, you're having just a little bit of an issue trying to get that Morph Ball. There we go, and we got Super Missiles behind the Morph Ball spot. So now we will see what is that first missile. And we got another super at first missile. Okay, so we don't have any power bombs. We cannot check meme route. We have to go up. We have to go fight Bomb Chorizo. Bomb Chorizo has to have some kind of item to get us through to either the Gauntlet or to Terminator. So we're looking at some kind of bombs, most likely. Could be Screw Attack, could be Speed Booster, could just be a Vanilla Bombs, could be a Power Bomb pack. It's hard to say at the moment, but we have many options. And joining me today on the broadcast, we got Paragon on tracking. Everyone say hello to Paragon. Clicking all the buttons, making sure we know what we're doing. So I don't look like a complete idiot when I'm talking. But no tracking can help that. I kid, of course. Alright, Lomian has completed the climb. Is at the top of Parlor. On the way to Bomb Chorizo. Let's see what we got today. Vanilla Bombs. Okay, so we have a forced Bomb Chorizo fight. Two supers, of course, will take care of this. Unfortunately, they don't have any missiles, so they can't skip the armor breaking sequence from Bomb Chorizo, but that is fine. And of course, this is a Criterion matchup. This is a so Clippers are 6-4 right now, and Spring Ballin is 3-7. Spring Ballin needs a win to claw back into the playoff picture. Clippers, if they win, I think they solidify the final playoff spot, because right now Clippers are in the final playoff spot right now with their 6-4 record. If they win 1 or even 2, if they win 2, they'll get about 8-4. That pretty much solidifies the playoff picture for the Criteria division. If they split and go to 7-5, Spring Ballin has a chance, but they need actually, what is Spring Ballin's schedule next week? Who do they play? Spring Ballin plays Southern Route next week. Okay. Needless to say, Spring Ballin needs to win out if they want to have a chance. They gotta win the 2. They gotta take 2 from Southern Route next week. Oh, by the way, Southern Route is 10-0. So they have a climb ahead of them, if you'll excuse the metaphor. Anything can happen in Super Metroid Rando League, or randomizers in general. But in the gauntlet, we see a vanilla E-Tank, which Messier has decided to forego and just go to Green Bryn. That may or may not work out. Get a supers underneath the bridge at early supers. Messier partially screwed up the mock ball. That one looks good. There are 2 items behind the reserve tank. We can only get 1 of them. We get an E-Tank at the reserve tank. And a missile. There's our first missile. There we go. And double missile behind the gauntlet. And okay, I was mistaken. Looks like you can get the 2 items behind the Brinstar Reserve in Dash Recall. And, oh, Lomian just wants 1 of the missiles. Okay. Oh, and I must have missed that. We got high jump boots at Terminator. And just all kinds of missiles at early supers, besides the 1 super under the bridge. So our runners are going to get to Big Pink. And if they don't find Spazer, Waterway will be left behind. Dash Recall it uses the major-minor format. So major locations will always have your progression, and minor locations will always have ammo. So if you know where your energy tanks, reserve tanks, and major items are, you will know where to look. A couple of major locations were changed, though. Kraid's E-Tank was changed to a minor. Oh, I forgot that they had bombs. Kraid's E-Tank was changed to a minor, so that kind of removes some power from Kraid's area. And then we have 2 new major locations added. One of them is, I forget. One is Mickey Mouse down in Lower Norfair. That one I remember. The other one was, I think it's Watering Hole in Meridia. Gives a little bit more power to Western Meridia. And we get an E-Tank at Eticoons. That's a vanilla E-Tank. And Messier doesn't even want the missiles. I think it might be prudent to pick up at least the 30. Because if you have 30 regular missiles, you are guaranteed never to soft lock at Mother Brain. You will always be able to finish the seed if you have a minimum of 30 regular missiles. It'll be gross, but you can do it. Yeah, and I don't have Kip's intel or insider knowledge because he is one of the developers of Dash Recall. But if I had to guess, the thinking is give more weight, give more power to some of these areas that don't really have many major items. Lower Norfair has the 2 energy tanks and the screw attack, for example. Western Meridia just has Mama Turtle. So that gives a little bit more strength to Western Meridia. Oh hey, a wave beam. A wave beam locked wave beam. Clearly that's not required. Wave beam at wave game. And as you can see, Messier's beam damage has increased to 50, up from 20. Beams really don't do that much damage. This is a lot like Metroid Zero Mission in that respect, that beams just are heavily nerfed compared to what they were previously. And we get a vanilla charge at charge. That's a charge upgrade. So now Messier's charge damage has increased to 100. Of course, Messier would like to find either Spacer or Plasma. And Messier really does not want to see regular missiles. That is a decision. And we'll see if that comes into play later down the road. Lomian and Messier both take the free setup with high jump boost to get to the wave gate. Lomian's about to get his wave beam, and Messier is going to X-ray. Why would you pick up missiles? That's a good question. So with Dash Recall, you start with Charge Beam. Your Charge Beam damage is garbage, but Mother Brain 1 can never be hit with Charge Beam. It can only be hit with projectiles. And there are situations where you can get into Turian, that deep into Turian, and you don't have enough missiles to complete Mother Brain 1. Your seed is soft-locked. If you have a minimum of 30 regular missiles, you can never soft-lock your seed. You will always be able to finish. Because you'll be able to break the glass, go back and refill on missiles, and then you'll be able to kill Mother Brain 1. And we get a grapple at X-ray. And Lomian now has that 30 missile threshold, so Lomian, barring crazy circumstances, will be able to finish the seed with the ammo that Lomian has. Oh yeah, presumably we'll be grabbing supers, but that's assuming the supers will be available to be grabbed. Some super missiles have been removed from the pool. 2 energy tanks, 2 reserve tanks, and I think 3 missile packs were removed, if I remember the count correctly. That number could be off. Excuse me. And Lomian's about to get that space, or not that spacer, that grapple. And in these settings, boss shuffle's not on, so we're gonna see what Kraid has immediately here. Messier's heading towards Kraid right now. we might see a pickup of the Kraid missile. One thing that's also noteworthy with the new items, the heat shield and the pressure valve, is damage reduction. So heat shield and pressure valve gives no damage reduction. It still acts like you have power suit. The actual suits themselves, Variant and Gravity, they actually have different damage reduction than they would in Varia Rando. So when you're in, if you're taking lava damage with Varia suit or power suit, you're taking vanilla SM lava damage. Same with acid. Oh, Messier just barely missed Kraid quick kill. And when you have both suits, you get your vanilla damage reduction from enemies and environment. If you have just Gravity, I believe it's 50-50. If you have just Variant, I believe it's 50-50. Again, I could be off on those numbers. I am not well versed with Dash. And we get just an E-Tank at Kraid. So we are looking at our heat runs here. We have plenty of E-Tanks available in Logic. We can easily get to Bubble Mountain with what we've got. We can check Ice Beam with what we've got. Yeah, I think Lomi wants that set of supers right there. And Messier, remembering that Kraid's E-Tank is now a minor, is opting not even to check it. Could have been a useful power bomb. But with Morph Ball bombs, the power bombs have less use. It'd still be better to have more than 5. And it could have been a super that Messier was looking for. But I guess we're not going to know. Oh, charging straight into Ice Beam. Okay. Not going to save scum this. Just going to go right in and get it. We'll see if Lomian can get the Kraid for kill. That is a nice setup, Lomian. Nicely done. E-Tank at Ice Beam. We have a lot of energy, a lot of health. Very healthy seed so far. And Messier is not going to check Wildflower. Just going to exit and head to High Jump. This would kind of stick with the pattern that Messier has shown so far. Going to skip minor locations that are relatively out of the way. And it was a super that Messier missed out on in Kraid's Closet. That's interesting. Lomi now sitting at 30, 30, and 5. And there's our Gravity suit. Our added dash items aren't even going to be a factor today, possibly. We still don't have heat damage prevention with Gravity suit. You need either the heat shield or the Varia suit. If you were able to get the heat shield and not find Varia suit, depending on your energy and your loadout, you could just do Lower Norfair with that. Heat shield does have reduced heat damage in Lower Norfair. It's not fully prevented, but it is reduced. And Messier just going to follow Gravity Suit. Looks like this is going to be either... Well, this is likely a Meridia play, but this could just be a Wreckship play as well. Messier not going to do Lower Norfair. This could be a calculated move. If Messier is done with Bubble Mountain and has no ability to do Lower Norfair, it's kind of a wasted trip, so I kind of get that. Dash adds more strength to just not charging Lower Norfair right off the bat. It's not a guaranteed strategy though. Messier checking Mama Turtle. We got an energy tank here, so this is a major location. If Varia's suit is here, this is basically go mode. Oh, just a vanilla energy tank. Okay. And Messier really does not want to pick up any missiles. This is interesting. And Messier is going to head towards Watering Hole. This is a new major location in Dash. Does not have the ability to fight Batoon, but Batoon is actually irrelevant in these settings. Tube and Cack Alley are just open. Open for business. And we see Lomian. This is route divergence. Lomian's going to charge Bubble Mountain. This is interesting. Alright, Messier has reached the watering hole, and we get a reserve tank. Not what Messier wanted to see. Now we'll see what Messier wants to do. Meanwhile, Lomian has reached the top of Bubble Mountain. Gonna head to Speed Booster. Yeah, that's actually a question I would ask as well, Cheap Shot in chat. Why wouldn't you want 15 power bombs? I mean, if you have to deal with Metroids, you don't have Ice Beam, I would want 15. I would absolutely want 15. And Messier is going to just charge left sand pit. This is, of course, a reserve tank in vanilla. And then if Messier decides, can just go up the tube and go face Dragon. An energy tank and a power bomb, skipping both by Messier. Interesting. Oh, there's our coveted Spazer at Speedway. So now this opens up the waterway for Lomian. Oh, I take that back. Messier's going to Shack Tool. This is bold. I would not have expected a Shack Tool play. Shack Tool is, of course, a lot faster in Dash Recall. The grapple block is just gone. You just need a way to jump up, and then the hole, or the sand itself is gone. Oh, and that's Screw Attack. All right. Lomian's going to go check Reserve. This is a major item. Again, another Super Pack. Probably pick that up on the way out. We get a Vanilla Reserve and then a Power Bomb. So Lomian is now going to be at 15 Power Bombs, assuming he picks this up. I think he will. Okay. So now Lomian has protection against the Metroids. Won't have to farm and refill, potentially. And now Messier is going to go to Plasma. Screw Attack Plasma is kind of a free check. There's actually a situation where Bavaria can still be in Upper Norfair. Heat Shield can just be back here. There's a charge upgrade at Plasma. That is not what Messier wanted to see, and we get another charge upgrade at Wave Beam. So that's 3 of our 4. And then, of course, with the Spazer, Varisu could actually be at Waterway, and Heat Shield would just be available somewhere. We have all the wreck ship available. We do still have one more check left in Meridia available. Actually, no, I take that back. We have 2. Batuan's E-Tank and Space Jump. And Croc's Super Door is no longer a Super Door, just to throw us off. Always bet on Croc. Means timing those supers very pretty well. Oh, Messier's gonna take a safety save. That's interesting. There's our Heat Shield at Croc. Messier has skipped a lot of miners. Precious Missile was a missile. And Messier has skipped enough miners to have, the 35 supers that Lomian has. Just by virtue of skipping locations. And the ones that Messier has seen have either been power bombs or missiles, and Messier doesn't even want more power bombs. I think in Lomian's case, you don't even check miners now, you just go straight for the majors. Just an E-Tank. I mean, in Lomian's case, you can probably grab one more E-Tank and just charge Lower Norfair with this. Heat Shield gives you a decent amount of of heat damage protection in Lower Norfair. We'll see what Lomian decides to do. Nice grapple quick kill there by Messier. And what do we have for us at Space Jump? Another E-Tank. Okay. Messier is probably thinking that, boy, did I waste a lot of time coming to Meridia. Messier does have 2 bosses down compared to Lomian's 1, but Lomian has 1 item over Messier, and that is the Heat Shield. Also, actually, no, I take that back. 2, Spazer. Spazer does open up 1 new check compared to Messier's just reg ship. But also upper Norfair.
You know what I always say, water way to go.
Ah, I get it. Oh, and there's the Vari suit right there, just chilling out at Botchman's E-Tank. Very good indeed. So now Messier. Messier is in go. This is just flat out go for Messier, but I do not like Messier's ammo count. This is kind of a garbage ammo loadout here for Messier. Messier should get the 3rd charge upgrade potentially, but yeah, I don't know. Nope, you don't hear me. I'm just a figment of your imagination. And Messier going back to left sandpit now. Wants this powerbomb pack. I think Messier is resigned to the fact that I don't have Ice Beam, I better pick this up. Kind of a double back on the routing. I have to imagine there would be another powerbomb on path somewhere. He has to go anyway. That's true. He could have potentially checked right sandpit for some ammo. For all he know, it could have been double missile, but it could have been a super in a missile. There could have been a super in a power bomb. Messier's clearly looking for supers. Alright, so Messier now entering the path to Bubble Mountain. I have a feeling this is going to be straight to Lower Norfair for Messier. And Lomian, 2 things to note here. Number 1, Lomian forgetting, or maybe not aware, that the Tube and Cac Alley are available to get the Dragon. But also, Lomian's going to get this Vari suit right now. And Lomian will just be in straight up go mode. Nice spot to kill there for Lomian. Now we'll see if Lomian picks up the screw attack. Probably not. And actually, because of the routing, probably doesn't pick up that charge upgrade that's at Plasma. I don't see Lomian doing Shack Duel here. Lomian probably does not get that screw attack. Finding your Vari suit like this, I think you just go. So Messier's going to have a screw attack advantage over Lomian. Lomian's going to have the beam advantage of Spazer over Messier. And yep, as expected, Messier's not going to check screw attack. I agree with this play. You don't need anything else. It could be another E-Tank. It could be like something like Spring Ball. You don't really need Spring Ball in Dash Recall. It could be useful like Ice or Plasma. Ice Beam would just help against the Metroids, but wouldn't add any new damage. Messier is going to check Mickey Mouse, though. This is interesting. It's not too far away, and it's just an E-Tank. Oh, Lomian tried to set up for the grapple quick kill. didn't get the grapple off in time. Yeah, and it could also be ice and ice and speed. Ice beam would be more useful than speed booster, but speed booster would still have use since they have weight beam. That is, of course, for baby skip. It is the best way to kill Dragon. And Lumion C in the energy tank. We're now tied 2 bosses apiece, but Messier is deep in the lower Norfair, is heading straight for Ridley. Well, Messier's going to check Power Bombs of Shame and is going to find a vanilla Power Bombs of Shame. Messier very, very clearly see looking for super missiles. Messier, if Messier doesn't find ice or speed booster, we're looking at a minimum of 2 refills, I think. And this is going to go back to the 30 missile threshold that I was talking about at the beginning of the sea, where Messier just skipping missiles. If Messier has 30 missiles, 30-20, that is a much better Mother Brain 1 loadout than 15-20. And Lumion checking the major location. We're going to find an E-Tank here and the Power Bomb. Lumion, I suspect Lumion skips both here. So while Lumion currently has an advantage based on bosses and location, or not Lumion, Messier. Messier has a slight advantage right now based on bosses killed and location. Messier is still going to be looking for super missiles. If Messier had picked up all of the missiles that he has skipped, he didn't have to worry about it. He can just go. He has skipped something like 5, maybe 6 missile packs. Screw attack was at Spring Ball. This is why Messier has it and Lumion doesn't. Messier was very late to the various suit respective to Lumion getting it. Oh, Messier went for an X Factor, and the particles are kind of running all over the place. Until those particles are dispatched, Messier cannot fire beams or shoot projectiles. Messier, I try and utilize that screw attack a little bit more. Okay, Ridley is now half dead for Messier. Oh no, Ridley still has 18,000. Boss HP was not changed. Oh yeah, Lumion's gonna have a much faster Ridley fight. Barely has to farm up any supers. Oh, nice tail whip there. Alright, Messier now has completed Ridley. That's 3 bosses to 2. But Lumion has the item advantage. Lumion is hot on his tail. And if Ice Beam is here at Ridley, this is actually advantage Lumion. Oh, there's a little bit of a damage increase. Okay. So 180 now is the beam damage. Messier, probably relieved to see the Ice Beam, but is missing out on Plasma, is missing out on a Spacer. Maybe we see a Firefly check. I want to say, given Messier's position, we probably do see Firefly, maybe Hot Ruby Missile. More likely Firefly, though. Alright, so Lomian's going to lose a little bit of time in Worst Room for not having a Screw Attack, but that is fine. I should be able to take care of the Gold Pirates just fine. Looks good. And I thought we were going to see our Runters high five here. That will not be the case. Oh, but Lomian's going to check Mickey Mouse. Probably looking for either the Ice or the Plasma, or something else to aid. And there's the pressure valve in Lower North Fair. Which, of course, was useless because we found Gravity Suit 8 minutes in. Well, maybe not quite 8 minutes in, but we found it relatively quickly. Messier not going to scout Jail, which I agree with. Let's see if he scouts Harubi. Yep, okay. And it's a super pack. That is what Messier has been looking for 20 minutes. Yep, this is not Nestroid. You can't screw attack an enemy, it's been frozen. Another super pack. Wow, Messier just getting some nice, convenient supers there. Alright, Lomian's gonna check Vanilla Power Bombs of Shame. Gonna say no. Probably also looking for another super pack. Lomian is still gonna have a much faster Mother Brain 2 fight. Oh, Messier never checked. Oh, yeah, that's right. Messier was in go mode by the time he got to Bubble Mountain. So none of this has been checked by Messier. A charge upgrade at Wave Beam would have been convenient, though. And Lomian's going to farm up the rest of the supers needed for the Ridley fight. Yep, we've seen 3 of our 4 charge upgrades, and each runner has seen 2 of them. Yep. Yep, so charge has a number on it, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Every one of the charge upgrades you pick up increases your charge beam damage. So you see the number that's next to the minimap. That's your base beam damage. And your charge beam does more damage as well. That's not displayed. Or maybe it is displayed. Your charge beam maxes out at 500 damage if you have full beam. That's a significant downgrade because normally if you have full beam, it's 900 damage. So your beams really get nerfed in Dash Recall. It is a lot like Zero Mission in that respect. Zero Mission, of course, has terrible beam damage. Projectiles are your source of damage in Zero Mission. And I want to say, yep, and Lomian picked up on that as well. Missed 1 super. That should be good. Ridley is dead. Now let's see if Lomian checks the E-Tank for that Ice Beam. That's a lot of power bomb drops there, Ridley. And now we are at normal vanilla beam damage on Lomian's side for charge Ice Wave Spazer. Not having Screw Attack is going to farm up some supers from the bugs. I kind of agree with this, although not as much. You don't really need that many supers. You have enough energy, you can just tank Wasteland. But Messier, with that Screw Attack, definitely helped the Lower Norfair movement a lot. Is now in Wreck Ship. Is going to have 4 bosses down to Lomian's 3rd boss that he just killed. Right now, advantage Messier. The Mother Brain fight's going to be a little bit of a slog. But if things continue as is, Messier should probably take this victory. And if that's the case, that is really good for Springball, because that'll bring them up to 4 and 7, which keeps their playoff hopes alive. They will still need some help. But everything begins with the first victory. Messier having not good luck with Fantoon so far. Oh. Didn't look like Messier manipulated Fantoon there. Not getting the greatest topples. Having a little bit of an issue. Oh. Screw attacked the mid there. It was a fast Iglos, so we didn't get to see any damage there. And Messier, because of all the missiles that Messier has not picked up, has to farm the flames for missile drops. Messier giving a little bit of time back to Lomian. Still has a decent enough of a lead that it may not matter. But I still really like to see Messier pick up at least 2 missile packs. Should be fine for Turian with the 30 max. And with Ice Beam, they can do, there's a Zeb Skip in play. So that aspect of it may not matter. But your missile damage is going to far outweigh your beam damage in this case. I don't know, we'll have to ask Messier about that in the interview. When we get to that point. Find out why missiles were being skipped. And Lomian going for Speedless Speedway. Gets it, no problem. Of course, having Spazer, that is an option available to Lomian, so that's going to be a little bit of time saved as well over at Messier. But Messier having, I would say, a 3-4 minute advantage. I don't know if what Lomian has is enough to make up that bit of a gap. So if things continue as is, this should be Messier's match to win. High jump was at Terminator at the beginning of the seed. Messier did opt to do a ship refill, probably for the supers. Of course, the Metroids aren't guaranteed super drops, and sometimes they just have terrible drop rates. So I get wanting the extra damage for Messier there. And Messier the first into terrain at the 49-minute and 11-second mark. Messier turning off screw attack already? I don't know, I'd probably keep that on for the Metroids, unless he's just intentionally planning on damaging down and not worrying about it. Or it could just be getting ready for Zeb Skip. Oh, Lomian. Lomian, what are you doing? Don't check this. You don't need ammo, just go! Oh, and there's that drop rate kicking into play. Okay, so Messier is going to be missing out on 1 supers worth of damage. Excuse me. Decent topple there for Lomian on round 1. Messier damaging down for a baby skip. Baby skip achieved. That was a much faster Fantoon fight for Lomian than Messier had. Nicely done. I don't think it's going to be enough to make up that gap, because we're already 2 minutes plus. And if Lomian decides to make any of the checks, then, I mean, it's probably already over as it is, but that just seals it. Lomian really banking on super damage. The DPS from the supers will still outdo the beam damage. But this could just be uncertainty on Lomian's part. We'll have to ask him about that during the interview. Alright, we have a slow Mother Brain fight on Messier's side. We're about to start phase 2. And I like this by Messier. Using the supers right away. Get to catch up faster. And Lomian's going to take the same strategy that Messier did, refill the ship, probably for the supers. Obviously, you don't need the health of the missiles. Still faster than low percent Mother Brain fight? Oh, definitely. What is Charge Ice and Vanilla? 90? So we're looking at double the low percent fight. You only need 100 shots compared to the 200 in low percent. Minus the 18 supers that we started with. Ouch, that's a catch up to the face. Spazer was at Speed Booster, which of course Messier never checked because Messier was in Go mode by the time he went back to Norfair. And Messier's through. Oh, I didn't see the exact time Lomian entered North Hurrian, but it's 54, so that's about a 5-minute gap. Lomian's not going to make up 5 minutes here unless something horrible happens to Messier, which I don't think is going to happen. We're through the worst of it. Nice baby skip there by Lomian. Of course, when you don't have speed booster, it's pretty difficult to do. And Lomian abusing the vanilla physics in the game. If you are kneeling on a crumbling enemy, you don't fall to the ground. Messier staying close to Mother Brain to make sure Hyper Beam is not on screen for as much as possible, reduces lag. And that is the Mother Brain 3 for Messier. No, Hyper Beam should still do its vanilla 1000. Actually, that's a good question. If it does 1000, it probably should reflect it on the HUD. Oh, it just doesn't update on. Oh, okay. That seems like an oversight. The programmer in me is like, I gotta fix that. Messier has gotten through Leadoc's room. Almost. Having just a smidge of trouble with the climb. Messier's like, heck this, we'll just do it the normal way. Vanilla Nestroid strats. We're through the climb. We're in the parlor. One room away. Well, I mean, also unloading all the supers before the... Oh wait, no, I probably just missed it. Is through Mother Brain 2 and get your GGs in chat for Messier, finishing in first place with an official race time GD time of 58 minutes and 35 seconds. We'll see if we can get Messier in here for an interview. This keeps Spring Ballin's playoff hopes alive. This brings them up to 4-7. They, of course, have to win out. And they need some help. But for now, their playoff hopes are still alive. And we are now joined by Messier in the booth. GG is Messier. So how do you like that scene?
That's actually pretty good. I think I got lucky at the right place of not doing wreck shift or hell runs.
Yeah, that definitely benefited you. That was actually the big route divergence that you and Lomian did. Lomian decided to do Upper Norfair, just did straight up flat out hell runs, and found the heat shield at Croc, which then turned him back to Meridia. The one thing that the two of you did different in Meridia, you essentially found your various suit last. Lomian forgot, or maybe just wasn't aware that the tube was not. He didn't take the tube. He did Batoon. Found Varisuit immediately, but that also prevented him from finding Screw Attack, and also the third charge upgrade that he would have had. Both of you found a charge upgrade at the same time. You found yours at Plasma. He found his at Wave Beam.
That's great.
Yeah. So, I do have a question. You skipped a bunch of missiles early. Obviously, you were looking for super missiles. Did you think that came back to bite you at all throughout the course of the seed, especially during like the Phantoon fight, for example, where you were farming the flames for missile drops?
I'm just bad at Phantoon. That wasn't the.
Okay. Okay.
So I can't just say agree with you and go, oh yeah, that's exactly what happened. No, I'm just bad at Phantoon.
Okay. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, it's Phantoon. Yeah. It's Phantoon. But were you aware that if you have 30 missiles, you are guaranteed to never soft lock during Mother Brain Phase 1?
Not that exact number, but I know, yeah, because you can go back and refill and
Yep.
if you have something to break the last time.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, how many supers were you? I mean, at some point you stopped looking for them, but how many supers were you looking to get initially?
As much as I could without going out of my way for minors, which is
Okay.
kind of what was on the way. I didn't even go out of my way for any majors. Like I didn't even do speed wave or
Right.
reserve.
Right.
Even though those would have been some nice results.
It would have been. You actually ended up skipping one missile in Crate's closet. Lomian picked that one up.
Yeah, I figured less door transitions, the better.
Yeah, that's I appreciate that that aspect of it.
I figured once I found ice after Ridley, I was kind of like, Ridley was my last kind of hurdle.
Right.
And then once I found ice there, I was like, okay, I'm good to go. I don't need to aggressively look for more majors.
Right.
At this point.
Chat pointing out that Plasma was at Waterway today. Yeah, you of course did not find Spazer. Lomian did. So
yeah, was it speed, I think?
Yes. But all kinds of energy tanks available so early on. Kind of pointed towards the hell runs.
Mm-hmm. I just saw the gravity at high jump, and I was like, okay, I'm going back. I do not feel like doing hell runs. And I figured with the way they redid the doors in Dash Recall, I could full route all the majors in Meridia and just do Dragon.
Okay. And
especially when I found Grapple early. Even though Dragon was being a bit of a jerk, giving me all those right side.
That's true. And everyone get your GGs in chat. Lomian finishes off the race, second place with an official race time GD time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, 24 seconds. Get your GGs in. And also, Lomian joining us in the booth. GGs.
GG. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. Often my mic is way too quiet.
Oh, you're good. You're good. So, what did you think of the seed?
I felt pretty good. I sort of, once I was mostly just worrying about wreck ship the whole time. As soon as I found that Very, I was like, oh, okay, I guess I did pretty well with this route. But yeah, definitely going back. As soon as you found that gravity was definitely the way to go.
Yep. Yeah, I was just telling Messier about the route divergence you two did. You decided to charge Upper Norfair, do hell runs. Messier followed Gravity Suit and decided to explore Meridia. One question I have for you, Lomian. Are you aware of Kakyali being available right off the bat in Dash Recall?
Yeah, I sort of feel like, despite that, I still prefer just doing what I normally do.
Okay.
And just go straight to Batoon.
That actually kind of worked out for you a little bit because Varisuit was immediately after Batoon. Messier did a full clear of Meridia looking for that Varisuit or the Heat Shield. Of course, heat shields that Croc, but yeah, that led Messier to finding the screw attack at Spring Ball. Thanks, Jack Duel. And I think every other check besides that was an energy tank. Meridia, until that Varia suit popped up, had nothing. It was nothing ideal there in Meridia.
Yeah, that's very interesting. There's a non-zero chance that if I'd gone straight to Shactual, I would have just gone down and did lower Norfair, which probably would have ended up being slower for me. But yeah, with a bout with reduced heat damage from gravity and screw attack, it probably wouldn't have been that bad.
Yep. I believe there were no energy tanks though. Oh wait, no, there was one energy tank in Norfair. It was at Mickey Mouse, so that would have helped you a little bit.
Yeah,
That would have saved you a Crystal Flash. Yeah.
But I ended up falling into enough power bombs that I probably could have just Crystal Flashed through everything.
Right.
Yeah, when I went back and got that power bomb pack, what was it, left sand pit? I was just preparing for a worst case scenario of not getting ice.
Right.
Which I did correctly in my race last week. So I just had to prepare for the worst this time around.
Okay. All right. That's fair. So, Messier, you have kept your team's playoff hopes alive. You are right now at 4-7. Obviously, you guys still have game 2 this week. So, you or your teammates, whoever is playing game 2, you obviously need to win game 2, and then you need some help next week because you're facing Southern Route. Southern Route is currently 10-0.
Oh dear.
Obviously, you have to win out both of those games, but you still need some help. Because even if you win out, you're gonna go. Let's see here. You're 4-7. You're gonna win 3 more, so that'll bring up to 9-7. Clippers could still win out, I believe, and just knock you guys out of the playoffs. So we're not done. We have a sweat.
Team super jumps.
Yes.
7, so that's gonna be tough.
Yeah. So you guys have a little bit of a sweat here. Now, Lomian, you guys and your team, you're still in control of your own destiny. If you guys split and just win one of the next 2, you're in the playoffs no matter what. Obviously, you don't want to think like that. You just want to win. So how are you guys going to take your team's approach with Game 2 later this week and also going into next week against your opponents?
Yeah, Game 2 is these dash sheets are very interesting just because they are so new with the recall changes. But yeah, with week 7, I think we'll probably just try and make smart gambles. Hopefully we get the divergence we need to take down some really, really good runners.
Yep. And of course, next week is full co-op kitchen sink. It's literally everything thrown at you. It's co-op mode. It's full area. It's boss shuffle. It's it's countdown. It's everything. Like, do either of you have a strategy you have in mind for next week, or are you just gonna kind of keep it low key and just play it out next week?
Just gonna play it out, but it's just split routes as much as possible, so it's not lopsided who finish it. You don't have lopsided finishing times.
Yep. That's a good strategy.
Just trying to be efficient, trying to see where to go, figure out where the different paths can lead you.
And I'm looking at the schedule. You guys have not scheduled the second match for this week yet, correct?
I think it's going to be. Well, I can look at the chat. It just hasn't been submitted yet.
Okay.
It's looking like 10 a.m. Eastern on Saturday.
Oh, nice. That'll be a good one to watch for everyone involved.
On the schedule.
Yep, that'll be a fun one to watch. Chat, before we go, let's give our shout-outs to the runners. Make sure you give them a follow. Messier and Lomian Jones. You can also follow my tracker today, Paragon, at Paragon Plays, Paragon_plays. You can follow me as well. I'm just the guy with the mic. But do you guys have any final thoughts before we send you off on your way?
GG. You definitely made the right call there. It's a big play.
Luck in routing and sometimes just getting Rando being Rando has
Yep.
led me to overcome
Yep.
some opponents with much greater skill than me.
Yep. And sometimes that's how randomizers work. Like all you have to do is make one right decision, and that can be the one right decision you need to make, and suddenly you're in control of the match. You don't even realize it.
Yeah, I
But
remember I almost overcame a really lopsided match just by double backing to X-ray after getting space jump at Spazer, and that ended up being the gravity suit or something that allowed me to get like such a lead, but my execution just wasn't good enough to hold on to the lead, but it was really close. So just little things like that. You can get Rando being Rando. Like having Varia at old Shack Tool.
Yeah. I never want to see that again, Shack Tool. I don't want to see Titan's Mitts at Shack Tool. I don't want to see Ice Rod at Shack Tool. I don't want to see Avari suit at Shack Tool. No, never. Never again. No.
How about a Go Mode sword?
No. No more. Of course, we're referencing our SMZ3 matches there.
No, the best is getting Gravity Suit and hard mode logic there.
Ooh, that one I'm actually okay with, because you have to make a really good play to find it there. Oh, it actually sucks, but you know what I mean. Well, all right. I think that's actually gonna do it for us. I'm going to take a peek real quick and see if the other match is still going on in progress. It might not be, but if it is, nope, they're wrapping up too. Speed Gaming 5 had Glove and Mr. Fox, but that one has wrapped up as well. So, what do we have currently on the schedule for you, the viewers, to watch? We have coming up, actually, in a couple minutes on Speed Gaming Main, we have a Zelda 1 tournament match, Ice Blue and Magic Friends, the Random Percent 3. That's a best of 3 series match. I don't know what the standings are, but that'll be starting in about 8 minutes on Main. So definitely tune in and watch that. But Lomian, Messier,
If I could plug something really fast, there's
a
run of the Super Metroid hack Z Factor that's about to happen on the Game Over Cancer Marathon that's going on right now.
Oh, yes, definitely go tune in and see
So
that.
that's over at Twitch /Riser86.
Can you spell that out for me?
It's STRIZER and the numbers 8 and 6.
I think I got that right. STRIZER.
Yeah.
86. Okay. Yep. Chat, definitely go give that one. Make some donations if you can. If you can't, give them some support. Give them some love. But that's going to do it for us. Messier, Lomian, thank you so much for this race. You guys put on one heck of a race, so this was fun to watch. I wish you guys the best of luck with Game 2 and with your guys' games next week. Week 7, going to wrap things up for the regular season, and then we start playoffs, but it should be a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks so much.
And for everyone watching, thank you so much for watching. We will see you next mission.